Hi everybody, my name is Tony, and I'm from Jerusalem, which makes me a Palestinian. Thank you very much. Some people get mixed up with us. Anyhow, on the way out, I'm collecting donations in the form of cash and phone numbers. That's as easy as a Palestinian can be. Being a Palestinian myself, I lead a very stressful lifestyle. So a friend of mine suggested that I look into meditation, or rather dance meditation. Like being locked up in a room with 20 hot women that were really excited and letting go all the way. No, was not a good idea at all. Because the process in 25 minutes took me from meditation to temptation. And just before I reached deportation, I had to quit before getting arrested for indecent public exposure. I happen to have long hair, long curly hair, and so many times it gets me in trouble, the good kind of trouble. You can never imagine how many phone numbers I collected because of that. So I was bragging about this in front of my mom once, and she was really, really furious. She was like, "You're not courteous enough." 2 weeks ago I was in a bar, and a beautiful busty girl came up to me. She was like, "Oh, I love your hair." And the first thing that came to my mind was my mom. I didn't want to let her down, so I looked at the girl and I said, "Thanks, I love your boobs too." That was the last time I took my mom's advice seriously. Well, I've been in Dubai for a long time, and there are certain nationalities that you can never miss in Dubai. And I think Lebanese is one of them. Any Lebanese in the house? Let's give it up for these two. When I think Lebanese, I think beautiful women. But I also think gay guys. I think big boobs and small noses. The one thing that hits me when I think Lebanese, I think schizophrenic. Because you ask a Lebanese, what do you think of Dubai? You go, "I love Dubai, but it's fake." You ask a beautiful Lebanese girl, "Are you married?" She goes like, "What does that mean?" I have nothing against them. My father is half Lebanese, yeah? But he was schizophrenic too. When I was born, he agreed with my mom to call me Tariq. Next day he walked in with a birth certificate with the name Muhammad on it. And it doesn't stop there. Like the famous Lebanese diva has an amazing song that goes like Ta ولا تجي. And that translates into come and don't come. It might be a bit too late. What's also interesting about Dubai is the mixed marriages that happen. So you find the Lebanese getting married to a Brit, a Filipina, to an Indian, an Egyptian, to someone from Kazakhstan. So an Egyptian friend of mine was getting married to a girl from Kazakhstan. She's stunning. Okay, she drives a $1 million car. Okay, she lives on the pond. Okay, and we were like, "Dude, what does her father do? Is it legal?" He said, "Personally, he's a great guy." So on his wedding day, the father of the bride wanted to give a speech, and he was like, "Ahmed, I would like to congratulate you on getting married to my daughter. This union is happening in heaven and in Dubai. So let me propose a toast. Ahmed, if my daughter comes back home married, I tell you. If she comes back home sick, I tell you. But if you treat her good, I tell you, you treat her excellent. Ahmed, it's not business, it's personal. Thank you.